What's up, YouTube? Today I'm going to talk about Big Devil from Rollin 60s. Welcome to another episode of Kev Videos, True Stories.
It. I never stopped banging. I started banging hard, then I got so hard till it was a shame.
Welcome to another episode of KM Videos, True Stories. You know, the one thing that I thought about before I did this story was these pictures are going to be everywhere. Everybody going to see them. And this guy that purchased this photo album is probably going to try to make some money or some fame off of them. And since I know these guys, there's roll calls and everything in this book, I decided, why not? Why not me? Why not Kev Mac Videos present some of this material to you first? In or around 1982, Devil went to the Air Force. He stayed in the Air Force for 4 years, and he was some type of military police and elite special units police officer. And according to the reports in his photo album, Devil was a member of the Rollin 60s. First, I want to convey to you all that I'm not going to go deep diving into the history of this case. Pierre Big Devil Romaine's murder case was featured on a Murder Book podcast with Michael Connolly. And his photo album and pictures from his photo album have been displayed on social media. Some are on Google already, and some have been posted on Facebook years ago. So these pictures are not new. These pictures are already out there in the air. I want to say that and clear the air on that first. Second of all, I want to say that Devil is still incarcerated right now. He's incarcerated for a 1987 carjacking murder, according to the LA Times newspaper, and the court proceedings in which Devil was convicted in 2017, 30 years later after his initial arrest. This is a cold case that popped up with some DNA matches, and it occurred after Devil allegedly was trying to get a job as a police officer in San Francisco and other police agencies, and it came back to bite Devil in the ass. This photo album the Devil has, he's put a lot of pictures on disc, and he's traded pictures with homies in the hood over the years. He got a lot of pictures of Lil Fee and Baby Fee in his photo album. He got pictures of Lil Looney, rest in peace, and Rode on Wheels with the homies. I'm not gonna say their name. If you know the faces, that's cool. If you don't know them, hey, some of the names are on these pictures though. So when you see these guys that's talking about doing documentaries and movies and pictures, explaining where these pictures come from, you may see the names on there. But I'll let you guys decide and figure out who each individual is on your own if I decide to show these pictures. Again, you could go to the Murder Book podcast, or you could go to this Instagram, Street Life, or some street something. And you can see this white guy has got his hands on Devil's complete photo album. Some of the pictures you'll see in this photo album include Devil himself, Big Petey Wack, the homies with the Clanthons, Baby Fee, rest in peace, Devil and Baby Fee, the homies during the skating ring days at World on Wheels. There's several of those pictures. Our homeboy Moody, Little Eddie Boy and Keita Rock, Lil Mump in the background, rest in peace. The homies at Keithstone's funeral, There's also a lot more pictures of Baby Fee. There's more pictures of Big Petey Wack in prison. Then there's also the 60s on death row. Lil Fee and C-Dub on death row. Nicky Bam, aka Lil Bam. It's just pictures of a lot of different homies. There's a newspaper article in there of Keithstone's death. This is just a small portion of the pictures the devil shared with the homies via a photo disc. So a lot of homies had these pictures. And there's a lot more pictures in that photo album that this guy purchased from the police department. And you'll be seeing a lot of them as he will be posting these and a lot more, I'm sure, sometime in the near future if he can't get a Netflix deal. The police also seized a photo in front of a RAG 5.0 that was allegedly used in the murder. Devil used to come by the house. Him, Baby Fee, Lil Bam, and a few other homies used to come by the house. And so I was very familiar with Devil over the years, and Devil got to know my sister, my oldest sister, and she had passed. She passed before he got rearrested on this case. And he attended the funeral. Him and some homies came to her funeral to pay their respects. And I mentioned this on my live streams before. It's kind of funny to me. I don't know if you guys gonna find it funny or not, but you really had to be there to really feel the vibe. So we're in the church, and the pastor is talking about my sister, and he's talking about how we all need to become saved before it's too late. And so the pastor asks, is there anybody in the audience that wants to be saved today? You're talking about my family, and you're talking about gang members and other criminals. Don't nobody want to be saved. If they do want to be saved, they don't want to openly admit it. So the pastor said, come on, man. Somebody got to want to be saved today. Somebody wants forgiveness. Who's that person going to be? Raise your hand. And nobody raised their hand. So the pastor's getting a little frustrated. And he said, you know, you guys, when it's judgment day, you're going to remember this day. And so I want somebody to come up in here. Don't be afraid. Don't be shy. Don't be embarrassed. Come up here to the podium and say a prayer with me if you want to be saved. So Devil raises his hand. You know, I'm in the front row with the family, and I look back, and I see Devil raise his hand. I'm smiling. Some of the other homies are smiling. He says, come on up here. And we all start laughing. The pastor don't know why we laugh. And you may not know, or you may know already. So Devil comes walking up the aisle, and he goes up on the podium. What's your name? And the homie don't say nothing. He said, what's your name? You know, there's some giggles in the crowd. He said, they call me Devil. Man, we fell out laughing. We at my sister's funeral, man, in a serious moment. This dude wants to be saved. The pastor's upset because nobody openly wants to be saved and say a prayer with him. And we all fall out laughing, man. You see heads just falling behind the rows in front of them. And, man, it's loud as hell in there, man. Everybody's laughing. Devil end up laughing. Devil always has this serious face, right? Like, he's always a serious type of guy. And even he starts laughing. The pastor says, what they call you? He said, they call me Devil. And he said, oh, all right. And, you know, they go on and proceed with the prayer and stuff. And just was a funny moment. And that's pretty much sums up this story, man. So today's lesson will be, don't ever be afraid to ask for forgiveness, whether it's a friend or a loved one or enemy. At some point, we all need to come together right here on earth, but don't let me become the preacher today. But in all seriousness, some of us friends, some of us with camaraderie that grew up together through elementary school and junior high, it's time to put them little petty beefs aside, put that hatred aside, and come together, man, as one. You know what I mean? And I want to thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you guys. Be sure to click the like button, leave a comment. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I tell all sorts of stories here. Hood stories, gambling stories, relationship stories, real life situations. With that said, I'm gone, y'all. Salute. Peace to you all.